things continued to get troublesome for residents of the Dales. In recent weeks, Emmerdale viewers have watched as Anthony Fox received his comeuppance after abusing his daughter Ruby as a teenager. Aaron and John worked together to dispose of any evidence of his murder, and Laurel mistakenly confessed to the police. During the game of Russian roulette at the barn and not long before Anthony died, under pressure, he vindictively had told Caleb how Cain was sleeping with Ruby. Caleb is confused to learn Steph has been on contraception for most of her adult life. When Steph relays that she saw an awkward interaction between Cain and Ruby, Caleb's blindsided to realize that Anthony may be right when he said about them sleeping together. Cain had previously denied this accusation in the hopes that Moira wouldn't find out about his dishonesty, but when Cain lies about his interactions with Ruby, Caleb feels as though his theory is confirmed. Seething, Caleb's face darkens, trying his hardest not to attack his brother. How will he get his revenge? Later, Steph becomes enraged when Cain is arrested for Anthony's disappearance, and she's appalled to think Caleb and Ruby are defending Cain. Elsewhere, Moira horrified when a chunk of her hair falls out and demands Cain leaves her alone. Cain then decides to tell Charity and Lydia about his situation with Moira. After speaking to them, he has a sudden spark of inspiration on how to cheer her up. Elsewhere in the village, as Charity reveals to Joe that she knows all about his affair with Dawn, he's shocked at Kim's distrust. He locates the recording device and fakes a positive phone call. Meanwhile, Charity and Sarah remind Noah of all he'd miss at home, should he move to Dubai. Their plan works, and when Noah informs Joe he won't be taking the Dubai job, he is spooked by his overreaction to the news. The following day, Noah is upset when he notices that all of his tools were taken from his work van during the night. Joe can barely disguise his delight when Noah, forced into a corner, eventually takes him up on his offer. Dawn is surprised yet relieved when Charity shares that she won't tell anyone else about the affair, but she does become worried when Charity issues her a warning about Joe. Dawn becomes angry at Joe's blasé attitude towards Charity's threats and realizes he doesn't care about her, or her family's, welfare after all. Just as Joe thinks he's got his own way and looks forward to Noah joining him in Dubai, Charity and Noah drop the bombshell that they know he's the one who stole the tools. Joe's furious to realize he's been conned. The next day, Cain threatens Joe about speaking to Noah. As he leaves, Joe takes a mysterious phone call concerning his brother. Also, Mary's gutted to see Vanessa and Susie seemingly happy together. Amy and Matty's meeting with a social worker doesn't go to plan. Layla is also gutted when she finds a small bag of white powder on Jacob, and he becomes embarrassed after she confronts him in front of his friends.